Now before we get to the positions up for election, an update for our viewers on the border wall, and at our southern border, Caitlin reports.
Thank you so much. The Border Patrol is seeing a dramatic shift in the type of illegal border crossers who come across the busiest places on the U.S.-Mexico border. According to the Border Patrol, the illegals are now coming from more than 100 countries, and the Mexicans are virtually absent. Mexicans still cross at other, more remote areas where they're more likely to escape detection. But illegal migrants from countries outside of Mexico and Central America's Northern Triangle countries account for 41% of all stops the Border Patrol made from October of last year, 2021, to July of this year. That's up from 12% 3 years ago. A pandemic rule that denies many a chance to seek asylum is driving change. Customs and Border Protection data shows that the number of apprehensions across the southwest border this year are the highest they've been in 2 decades. Data also shows the number of rescues this year is more than double what it was last year. That's true across the entire border with Mexico, except in the Tucson sector. Data shared with Arizona Public Media by the Border Patrol shows 225 rescues sector-wide between last October and July of this year. It's less than half as many as last year. And that is despite a brutal heat wave in June, when 43 sets of human remains were found in Arizona desert, according to the Pima County Medical Examiner's Office. Stephen Atkinson, Division Chief of Operations for the Tucson sector, attributed for it that because other sectors, agents encountered large groups and families who often needed rescue, while most who needed help here are single migrants on their own. He said the number of 911 calls in Tucson sector are spiking. The sector has logged more than 2,000 calls since last October, including up to 40 a day in a heat wave in June. But he has said not all calls result in a rescue. Only those that require life-saving medical aid are counted. It's not that the numbers are going down, it's just a different type of accounting now. Doug Murray says helicopter pilot and supervisor agent with the Tucson Air Branch of CPP's Air and Marine Operations said, "We're really just seeing a flood in humanity cross the border, and that flood of humanity is completely unprepared." For decades, presidents have promised to hire more Border Patrol agents. Those hiring surges have resulted in Tucson sector having the largest number of agents of any sector in the U.S.-Mexico border. Our Arizona Governor, Doug Ducey, announced that the border wall gaps that the state was filling near Yuma have been completed. Crews have worked since August 12th to fill the nearly 3/4 of a mile gaps, which is roughly about 3,800 feet, with double-stacked shipping containers. Ducey announced this action through an executive order, and 5 gaps were filled in the following 11 days. The final section of openings was finished in less than 2 weeks, according to Ducey. These actions come as border states are taking it upon themselves to help to curb the border crisis as a state. The federal government continues to send mixed messages, not only to the illegal border crossers, but to our Border Patrol as well. The Border Patrol has publicly begged for more agents, while those in Washington just voted to hire 80,000 new agents. Get this, to the IRS department, not the Border Patrol, who are underpaid and understaffed. This more than doubles the current agents in the IRS department. The Tucson sector is proof positive of what agents can do. It helps make one wonder what the priorities are in Washington, that's for sure. Also, news came late last week that some of these container walls have fallen over, and they've acted as a band-aid to bridging the gaps in former President Trump's border wall.